Well, welcome to the Heart of America Athletic Conference Women's Basketball Media Day. Next up is Peru State. We're excited to hear from the Bobcats as they get ready for a new season. Maddie, let's go ahead and start with you. Let's have you introduce yourself, name, year in school, and your hometown.
I'm Maddie Duncan. I am a junior in the classroom, and I am from Hamburg, Iowa.
All right. Coach, have you introduce yourself and number of years you've been at Peru State?
Ian Holleran. This will be my second year as the head coach at Peru State, and then spent the previous 2 seasons before that as the assistant.
Coach, let's kick it off with you. Tell us a little bit about Maddie and her importance to your program.
Yeah, Maddie, since she came as a freshman, has been a huge part of our program. Her freshman year was my last year as the assistant. We had some roster turnovers, so she was kind of went from, maybe being a third or fourth option as a freshman to kind of being the focal point of our team. And she had a heck of a freshman year, and last year just continued on that. So not only a great player, really good person, really good student. Honestly, is just kind of the type of person and player that we're looking to build a program around and kind of build a culture around. So I'm super excited that we have Maddie for 2 or maybe hopefully 3 more years if I can convince her to use that COVID season. But we expect a lot from her, and she's just a great role model for the team.
Maddie, what is your major? And I know you may have a couple years left, but what are some potential career plans after basketball?
My major is kinesiology with a minor in business. Some potential career plans, I haven't completely decided yet, but I'm thinking either physical therapy, athletic training, or possibly going into radiology.
Awesome. And Maddie, kind of take us through your basketball journey. How did you make it to Peru State?
So I was kind of looking all over during the recruiting process, but then I decided that I wanted to stay close to home. And I had it narrowed down to 2 schools, and I like being close to home. And with Peru being about 45 minutes away from my hometown, that just kind of made the decision easier. And I really liked the family atmosphere on my visit when I came. And everybody's just so welcoming and inviting that it kind of was just a no-brainer to not pick Peru.
Very good. Next, we'll send it over to Ryan. Ryan, go ahead, introduce yourself and your media affiliation.
Hi, guys. Ryan Beer with B103 Radio in Nebraska City. Maddie, I guess we'll start with you. You had a good year last year. I got dogs jumping all over me here. You had a good year last year, led the team in scoring, 3-point shooting. What are some, things you want to do this year, step up your game, and how do you want to improve for this upcoming season?
One thing that I want to improve on is just being more vocal as a leader. I mean, I thought I was pretty vocal last year, but you can never just be consistent. So I want to be better at that, as just being a leader. I also obviously want to increase all my percentages from the 3-point line. I want to really increase my free throw percentage, focus a lot on that because free throws do win games. I also just want to be more confident in my shot and my driving ability, but also it kind of just be more around teammates and stuff and everything, and just make each other better, because it's not all about me. We're as a team, and that's what I like, is just team play.
Awesome. And just with you, what are you going through this off season? What have you been working on? Just shooting, getting lots of shots up, and how has that translated so far as you have the season very quickly coming up here?
I definitely get a lot of shots up over the summer, work on different drills, work on a lot of dribbling. A lot of it, I also like to get in the weight room a lot. And that's a lot of my focal point, is the off season, is getting in the weight room and getting stronger.
And coach, for you, I know you're a pretty young coach here for taking over a program. What was that first year like for you? I know you've been with the program for a couple of years, but really having it be your team, what were the challenges? You guys were decently successful there for being your first year, and what are you looking forward to grow here in your second year with the program?
Yeah, it was definitely a learning experience, taking over at the time that I did, and just kind of some of the bumps that we had, at semester. I thought it was a really good season for us year one. I think we did a lot of things culture wise that we established that, maybe don't show up in the win-loss record year one, but I really think have paid off big time, this preseason and into this year. But just as a head coach, I feel a lot more confident. The Heart is a super tough league, has great coaches, great players. And so, it's one of those things kind of after you go through it for a year, you realize some things maybe that you didn't when you took over. And so I'm very confident going into year two. And obviously, that is all because of my players and because of the people that we have in this program. I tell them all the time, they're the ones that win the games. I know I'm the head coach, but they're the ones that do all the work, and couldn't ask for a better group.
You had a pretty young group last year, still pretty young this year. What is a reasonable expectation jump here for you this year?
Yeah, we're taking it one day at a time, which I know is coach speak. I think everyone in this program, we doubled the wins from 6 to 12, but I don't think anyone was satisfied with last year. We have big expectations for this program, but all our focus right now is on game one and just starting off 1-0. I do think that we'll finally see this year, like you said, we had some young players that we're going into their third year of playing a lot of minutes, and we've brought in some transfers and have some good underclassmen as well. And so I think we'll kind of see it all come together this year, and I'm just really excited to coach these ladies and be around them every day and just watch them do what they love. But we're excited for this season, and we're definitely hungry to prove that we can be a team to reckon with all season.
I just have one more for you, Coach. When you watch the film from last season, you go through the tape of all the games you guys played. I think you guys played 28 games last year.
Mm-hmm.
What are some areas of improvement that jump out to you right away that you're looking to fix here before the season begins and in through the first couple of weeks of game action here?
Yeah, we've really focused on consistency. I think last year, and just being a young team and being not a very deep team last year, I've told Maddie a lot this preseason. I'm really hoping, we can get your minutes down into the low 30s. I think she probably averaged the most minutes per game in the conference, and it's hard to play at a high level like that. So just consistency, depth. Obviously, rebounding was an area we didn't do great in the whole season, and so we've really emphasized that. But I just think playing consistent, for 40 minutes is going to be a key for us this season. And if we can do that, I think we can be pretty successful.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Ryan. Maddie, Coach, just a couple questions before we wrap up. Maddie, what has the experience been like for you to continue to play the sport you love, collegiate basketball at Peru State? And what has that experience meant to you to play basketball at Peru?
It means a lot to get the opportunity to continue to play after high school. I mean, as a little kid, I've always wanted to play college ball, and then it started to become a reality when I started to get recruited. And it's just something that I never want to give up, but ultimately in the end, at some point you have to move on. But it always gives me that good feeling to get out on the court. It just makes everything go away.
And last question for you, Maddie, talk about Peru State campus, for folks that maybe haven't been to a game or that are maybe coming to Peru for first time this season. Tell us about Peru State campus and the community there.
So a lot of it is we try to get the students involved. We do a bunch of Twitter stuff where our slogan ultimately came out as Pack the AWAC, which is our facility here. And it's a really nice facility. We have the skybox to where you can watch it up there. We have both really big sides of bleachers. The campus as a whole, I think we get a lot of students involved, and they come out and support us. And we try to do the same for all the other sports teams as well, whether it be football, volleyball, softball, baseball. We just try to get everybody involved and to cheer each other on.
Great. And Coach, a similar question to you. Peru State is the first spot where you've become a head coach. And what has that experience been like for you? And what does Peru State College mean to you?
Yeah, it's been an excellent experience for me. Being a young head coach and just having not just an athletic department, but a college like Peru, trusts the women's basketball program with me, says a lot. And I love coming into work every day. This is a real special place to be. And I think it's the people that are here, it's the people in the program, it's the people on campus. Peru is a very open and welcoming place to anyone. And it's just really special to be a part of it each and every day, and to be able to represent, such a great college as their coach means everything.
And Coach, last question for you. We're asking each coach around the conference the same thing, but what's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear Heart of America women's basketball?
Tough. I think night in and night out, there are no gimmies in this league. I think it is by far the best conference in the NAIA. I think if you just look at the teams that we send to the national tournament every year and just the quality of players, it's a super tough league to be in. It has tough players, tough coaches, tough road environments, but I wouldn't want to be in any other conference. I think if you can win at this level, you can win at the national tournament, and it's a really special conference.
Good stuff. Well, thank you very much, Ryan. Thank you so much for being here and all your support of Peru and the Heart Conference. Coach Maddie, thank you, and best of luck this season.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks.